morning, not a good morning, just a morning. I was about to go out for my first post-lockdown restriction easing, whatever we're in at the minute, non-work related ride, when I discovered this. A nail through my back tyre. Not ideal. Right, off to the bike garage. Try and get myself a new set of tyres. Hey YouTube, how you doing? Island Biker here with a hole in my tyre. Just about holding some air in, so it's only 6.5 miles to my local dealer. I use Dave Death motorcycles on the Isle of Wight, Yamaha and Triumph, and called them up yesterday, and they are going to provide me with a set of tyres. I'm going to pay for them, obviously. So currently I have Bridgestone Battle Wings on. I believe these are the tyres that were on the bike from new. It's currently got 7,250. The wear isn't too bad on the tyres actually. The rear one is starting to square off a bit. It's got a hole in it now. Well, it's plugged with a nail, but figure I would just get them both changed. Did a bit of research, and after said research I'm going to be fitting, or rather asking the dealer to fit, a set of Michillin Anakee Adventures. Quite an aggressive tyre by the look of it, kind of an 80-20 in terms of regular road slash trails, green laning, off-road. So it should be the perfect balance for me. Anyway, let's try and enjoy this little ride. Oh, it feels an eon since I've been on the bike. Let me just take it nice and steady, A, because I've got a hole in my tyre, but also because I've just not ridden very much recently. Probably been out maybe 3 or 4 times. There's a bug in my helmet. There's a bug in my helmet! Oh, get out! Sorry. Where was I? Been out probably 3 or 4 times. Mostly work related or essential trips. I've not been out for fun. During the hard lockdown I didn't go out at all on the motorcycle. Just didn't feel it appropriate. I didn't need to go out. Oh, but what a beautiful day. Absolutely stunning. 28 degrees. All vents engaged. So this will be an entirely contactless arrangement. I'm going to drop the bike off, leave it with the dealer for a couple of days. He said they hopefully will have the tyres in today, so with any luck I'll get the bike back tomorrow. That would be awesome. I love this road. I've ridden it in the nice and dry before. It's always been rubbish and crappy. Again, I'm not going to hoon it. Take it nice and steady. I'm still trying to break my boots in. If you remember back a couple of videos ago, I bought some new, or rather my wife bought me some new boots, and I've worn them like 7 or 8 times. They still feel like snowboarding boots. It's nuts. So the Anakee Adventures, did a bit of research, as I said, and they do look quite an aggressive and deep tread pattern, but I've been reliably assured by many users of them that they're not that noisy, which would be good. Don't like a noisy tyre, especially when you're on the motorway and all you get is that brrrr. I used to drive a lot of Jeeps and Land Rovers with big knobbly tyres on, and it was just tiresome. So it's interesting really, because I live on an island, we don't have too many options for bike tyres, etc. I've got Dave Death, which is my Yamaha Triumph dealer. We've got Church Street Motorcycles, which are predominantly Honda. And then there's a few other smaller workshops around, but it's not the sort of thing, you know, there's... on my FJR, I recently, because that lives on the mainland, I took it to a guy in Southsea, and this guy, all he did was fit motorcycle tyres in the most amazing workshop I've ever seen. He's been doing it for 30 years, and you could see he was a proper craftsman, a proper tradesman. He knew everything about what he was doing, and when he took the bike off me, he said, for the period I'm working on your bike, it's my bike, and I'll treat it as such. And he absolutely did. You don't see that too often these days. I think it's making a resurgence, you know, everywhere from homemade, handmade kind of artisanal stuff right the way through to these smaller workshops that are starting to spring back up again. I think it's an amazing thing. But yeah, I really have access to them. I can't justify leaving the island to go on to the mainland to get my tyres done when there are perfectly good places here. So that's the plan. That is the plan. In case you're wondering why I'm following this Land Rover Discovery, that's the family in that one. Obviously, they're going to bring me back because I'm leaving the bike at Dave's probably overnight. Almost there. I can feel the rear tyre, the squishiness in it at the minute. I was losing quite a lot of PSI quickly, probably about 10 a day, so I popped it up yesterday. It's normally at about 36, and it's clearly a lot less than that now. So it will be good to get that done. It was just typical. I was planning on doing my first non-lockdown ride today, and then this happens. Hey ho. Tricycle! I'm so happy to be back on the bike. Why I felt the need to shout the speed limit in German. Das ist gut, ja! Schnell! 30. I'm not a German speaker. I lived in Germany for about 14 years. I can order a coffee, a pizza and a beer. And as long as that's all in the same place, because I only know it in the same sentence, we're covered. I guess one of the things that worries me is how long exactly have I been riding with a nail in my rear tyre. I only noticed it when I did the checks. Now the last time I think I did a visual check of my tyres like that was maybe 2 or 3 rides ago. And the reason I did the check is because I topped up the tyre, then checked it again the next day, and it was significantly less. So yeah, this is why we check our bikes, especially if we've not been riding for a while or your bike has been garaged. If you ride a bike every single day, it is easy to become quite complacent and not do those full set of checks before every single ride. But I guess you know if there's something not right about your bike. Anyway, we're nearly here, so I will catch up with you when I've got a new set of tyres fitted. Bye! picked up the Super 10 from the dealer. Brand new set of tyres on it. Oh, very excited. Michillin Anakee Adventures. So we're going to go for a little ride, taking it nice and steady, obviously. Yes, we're taking it nice and steady. See how they feel. Mileage. Want to reset a trip. I always feel a bit like Bambi on ice with brand new tyres on. So these tyres come highly recommended for the Super Tenere. I'm sure lots of people have got various different views on what's best. I think tyres is quite a personal choice. I wanted something that could do a bit of everything pretty well. And apparently the Anakee Adventures do just that. God, it's a gorgeous day and I'm out on my motorbike and I'm so happy. Oh! Right, enough of that. Let's ride. Let's ride and let's catch up. We'll catch up though when we get on a nice bit of road. I am kind of heading home, but we're going to take a little bit of a scenic route because it's a nice day. And then we're going to do some rides this weekend. And we're going to do some videos this weekend. I'm going to take some cool pictures this weekend. And I'm going to do some family stuff this weekend, whilst staying as far away from everybody as we can. And go! So they're pretty smooth, I'll say that. I'm doing 60. Don't seem very noisy. I'll be honest though, I'm wearing a carbon fibre helmet and that's a bit like sticking your head inside a jet engine, so I wouldn't really know what noisy is. I've set a mileage and I'll sort of feed back via various videos on how the tyres are performing for the type of riding that I'm doing. So yes, we're just about to enter June and I have set the mileage. And I've done my first 6.1 miles on the tyres, and so far I have no issues to report. I'll do the next one at about 1,000 or something. Oh, I'm so happy. I love this road, Corf Road it's called, and it's absolutely brilliant. I remember the last time I properly rode it was the day before lockdown kicked in. I went over to the mainland to pick up the FJR, and I tell you what, had I known that that was going to be the last time I had a proper ride, I don't know, might have gone the long way, like via Devon or something. Road surface on this bit is crap. But I remember I proper bulged it up and I had a tinted visor fitted because it was a very beautiful day. I forgot to take a clear visor with me. Oh, bugger. And the ferry was delayed, so it meant I was riding this road in dusk. So I kind of had to slow right down and do most of it with the visor open. But yeah, be interested to know how many of you guys, when you ride with a dark visor, specifically in the UK, do you carry a clear visor with you? I nearly, as that story suggests, always do it. I always carry a clear one. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm all about the gear. You know, if you're going to go for a ride, wear all the gear all the time. It's nearly time for my annual rant about gear, isn't it? I've seen them all out already. Shorts and t-shirt on a 1000cc Ninja. Just why would you do it? It can't even be comfortable. I mean, I've got Kevlar riding jeans. I rode in those and I feel really vulnerable. And they're armoured and Kevlar and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Triumph Tiger. Love a wave. That's going in the video. Oh, I'm just so happy, folks. Just so happy. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it there, and I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this ride. I'm almost home, and I'm going to prep for a nice early morning ride tomorrow and get some video smashed out. But I would like to say thanks for hanging in there. Please keep safe. Socially distance. Look out for one another. It's okay not to be okay. I think that's kind of been my tagline. But yeah, look out for one another. If you like the video, then please give me a like. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. I am getting more content out now, and I'm trying to make each video special, and I'm trying to do really high quality content. So please subscribe, come along for the journey, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!